Alright, welcome back to the epic Megaman playthrough. If you're just joining us, we've been through 9 games, and now we are at the 10th and final original Megaman series game. This is where I'm going to be cutting it off. Pretty much the whole goal of this Let's Play was to get through all the originals 1 through 10, and I have beaten every single game up to 10, and now I'm at 10. So far we've been through Sheepman, and yeah. Who's next? You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna close my eyes and hit X. Ready? And this person. Oh shit. Oh wait. Oh shit. I thought I hit Pump Man, and I was pretty sad about that because Pump Man's level was retarded. And now I realize that I hit Strike Man, and his level is equally as retarded. So I'm not happy about this either. Also, I'm going to be extremely rusty because I haven't played in a while, which seems to be a recurring theme in the Mega Man playthrough. Pretty much every time I start a new section or whatever, start a new recording session, it's always been like a month or two since I've played. That's because when I play for about an hour, and that gives me enough for about 3 or 4 episodes, and then I have everything else going on. Plus, lately it's been the Final Fantasy videos taking up most of my time, because that's what gets viewed the most on the channel, so I've been working hard to get those out. Not only is it the most viewed, but it's also the one that takes the most amount of time to do, so I have to put a lot of time and effort into those Final Fantasy VII tutorials to get them out and looking good. Thanks to everyone who supports me on those videos, by the way. I have a lot of really good support, both through views and comments on those videos, so I appreciate it. If any of you are watching both those videos and my Mega Man Let's Play, I doubt there's many, because it seems like everyone that watches Foyt Productions has like one thing they watch and they don't branch out to everything else. But hey, if you've seen my Final Fantasy VII videos, then leave a comment and tell me so, because it'll make me happy. Ow. Dicks. So anyways, those of you that are only in Foyt Productions for the Mega Man Let's Play, this is for you. Even though it's been a while, I have to finish what I started, so I'm here. Going through yet another Mega Man game. I say that like it's a bad thing. I mean, these games are really fun, so it's not like... I mean, I enjoy playing it, it's just... I have so much else going on that it's like on the bottom of my to-do list, but... I've gone this far, so I mean, I gotta finish it. Plus, there's a lot of good fans here that love my Mega Man Let's Play and want to see me finish it, so... We're gonna do this thing, one way or another. Ow, what the... Fucking baseballs do some weird ass shit. Look at that. Homing baseballs. So I'm recording this a couple days after the New Year, so Happy New Year to everyone. Usually I make a New Year's resolution, but my wife talked me out of it this year because she said they're stupid. Fuck! Alright, I fucked that up. Really hard. I'm already down to 1 life. Yeah. I just... What? That's funny. I'm just gonna kill myself because... There ain't no way I'm getting through this level and killing Fuckface. Oh, this doesn't kill you, it just hurts you? That's cool. In 1 life, it's not happening, so... If I had made a New Year's resolution, it probably would have been something about either my novel or the the business I started, just getting to a point where I can support my family. But that's something that's got to happen anyway, so there's no real reason to make a New Year's resolution for that. New Year's resolutions are more for things that you weren't going to do anyways. Solar Man. Let's do Solar Man. So I don't know, maybe climb Mount Everest or something. Something simple, you know, nothing too big. So, if you noticed, like at the end of every Megaman episode, there's a Megaman song that plays during the outro card. And I picked this one for I think last episode, even though I had never heard it before. So I've already heard this song, even though I haven't played the level yet, and it's pretty awesome. One of the coolest Mega Man themes, I think. At least in the newer games. Because the newer games got lazy with the music. Like, not lazy, but it's not as good as the original. Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3 music. But this song is up to par. It's pretty awesome. Whoa. Those things look like the giant snake from Mega Man 9. Can you not kill these things? It's a fucking flower. It's kind of a cool level. Really do not have the timing on those flowers down yet, though. Life! Oh, shit. Mini-boss? What the fuck? Those things are cool looking. Ow. Oh, shit. This reminds me of the old base battles with base. He would do that, like, fly across the screen in pure energy form shit. That shit's awesome. So, while I'm playing a retro game, I gotta talk about one of the Christmas presents I got. Because, it's amazing. So, my stepbrother, me and him used to play video games all the time back in the retro days. Like, he was my retro buddy. Like, when my mom first married his father, was obviously the first time we met, and I was really young, like 5 or 6, I think. And he was a couple years older, and just these things. I hate those fucking boxes. He owned a Sega Genesis, and I think I owned a Nintendo, or at least my dad did. Like, I played with my dad. So, we both kind of had, like, retro consoles, but we would play the Genesis a lot together. And then, from there on, we kind of owned every console together. So we got, like, a PlayStation 1 and played that together, and then we got a PS2 and played that together. And I know we got our hands on a NES eventually, because I remember playing Legend of Zelda, Mega Man with him. But we were big RPG fans, like, from the get-go. He really enjoyed some of, like, more obscure RPGs. And I enjoyed Final Fantasy a lot. So we would play RPGs a lot. And I remember, like, some of my fondest memories of my childhood is being in our parents' basement, taking turns on RPGs, you know, like I would get to a save point and then he would take it and get to the same save point and then get to the next save point and then I'd take it and get to that save point and we'd just take turns. And they used to be so much fun, and one of the games that we got like, I think it was my mom probably bought it for us because she didn't know what she was buying. Because we had never heard of it. It was called Legend of Legaia. And, it's this obscure RPG. I mean, I don't honestly know how many people have played it, but as far as I know, no one that I knew ever owned this game, or even heard about it. You know, it came out during the same period, I believe, as like Final Fantasy VII and Legend of Dragoon. So those were the big titles. So Legend of Legaia kind of got pushed into obscurity, it seems. And another thing that kind of hurt it was the fact that the English isn't too great. I mean, it's alright, it's good enough to where you know what's going on, but sometimes it's kind of, you can tell that the person who, God, I can't get up this ladder. The person who did the translation didn't know enough English to make it seem normal. It wasn't like a big studio like Square who could like have all these different translators on it. It was probably like one or two guys. So they say weird stuff like at the end of a battle when you get an item, it doesn't say like you got a potion. It says you got the potion, as if like there's only one potion in the entire world and you got it. So it's kind of funny actually. It adds to the charm of the game a little bit. But anyways, so we got this game, Legend of Legaia, and we were younger, so we were kind of at that point where to complete an RPG was not normal. Like, to get through an entire RPG, usually we couldn't do it. We'd get like halfway through and then either get another game or we would give up. Because we weren't that great at video games yet, or had the attention span to get through an entire 28, 30-hour game. So, we never beat it. But I remembered having so much fun playing it. I didn't remember much about it, but I just remembered that it was fun. And then after that, we don't know where the disc went. It like disappeared. And so we always thought it would be cool to go back and play that game, but to be honest, we didn't know if it was any good. Because like if you've ever had a game as a kid that you thought was awesome, and then you go back and buy it, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so much fun, just like my childhood, and you realize that it sucked. And the only reason you really liked it was because you were younger, you know, and you thought everything was awesome back then. This is fucking bullshit right now. How am I supposed to fucking... I wonder if I can... I don't know how to fucking do this. I think I'm gonna try to jump over it. Alright, I'm just gonna go with that. So... yeah, so I wasn't really sure if it was really a good game or if it was just my childhood playing tricks on me, but we always wanted to go back and get it again and complete it. And for Christmas this year, my stepbrother actually found it at the exchange. We only had one copy, and he's checked it multiple times and they never had it. And it just so happens that this time they had it, so he bought it and he gave it to me for Christmas. And so I started playing it the day after Christmas, and if any of you guys that have, well, honestly, any system, either PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, any of the new systems, you know that PlayStation Network and Xbox Live got hacked on Christmas Day. So no one was able to play online those days. So while all my other friends were like calling me going, you know, can you believe this? We can't even play anything. The online's down and this is bullshit. And like my, like some of my other friends that I know like got one of the systems for Christmas and couldn't play online the day they got it, and they were all pissed off. I was texting them all back going, fuck that, I'm playing Legend of Legaia. And they're like, what the fuck is that? So while everyone else was kind of butthurt because they couldn't play online, I was playing this old PS1 classic and loving it. So for the last like 2 weeks I've been playing Legend of Legaia non-stop, and it is not one of those games that is just cool because you're a kid. It's actually like amazing. I think it's a gem of the past that no one really knew about, and you know, got really underrated because I think it's up to standard with Final Fantasy and Legend of Dragoon. which were the big titles back then. I don't think, I mean, it's hard to say that it's as good, especially with its English problems, and I haven't beaten the game yet either, so I can't say for sure. But I tell you what, it's definitely an underrated classic. If you're looking for like an old RPG that, you know, hasn't been spoiled by, you know, because like a lot of people find it hard to go back to like Final Fantasy VII because it's been spoiled on the internet, you know, forever, and so it's kind of hard to pick up. And same thing as like some of the other games that they've been out for so long that people spoil it. I can't go this way, I just realized. This is like really difficult. I don't know if I'm gonna go there. I think I'm on like my last life too anyways. Oh, I just barely made that. Damn it. So anyways, if you're looking for a game like that, that's kind of like an old gem that no one's dug up, Legend of Legaia, it's spelled Legia. Yeah. Legia, I think. Or no, it's Legaia. That's how it's spelled. Legaia, Legend of Legaia. Anywho, it's a lot of fun. It's got a really interesting fighting thing that no RPG I knew of had back in the day. You know how now like Final Fantasy is trying to change up the turn-based system because they've been doing it for so long. They're trying to do something different. Like with Final Fantasy 12, they made it like you run around and attack even though it's still turn-based. And then Final Fantasy 13, they like totally made it different. And now with Final Fantasy 15, they're looking to like totally change it up again to not be turn-based at all. Legend of Legaia did it back then. They made it a lot different. It's turn-based, but you put in kind of like a fighting game. You put in different combinations of arrows, and it makes different attacks. And then you also have magic you can use by capturing monsters. Not really like Pokemon, but like you fight monsters, and certain monsters you can capture, and once you capture them, you can use their magic abilities like magic spells, and you can also level them up. So it's got a lot going for it. Like just a lot of different cool ideas that make me wonder why it was so like obscure and no one kind of picked it up. But like I said, it came out when Legend Dragoon and Final Fantasy were doing so well, so that's really probably why. But it's a lot of fun, and I thought also that since it was an obscure game and it, you know, didn't get that much following, I figured it'd either be short or wouldn't have much replay value. But to be honest, it is not short at all. I'm into like hour 30 right now, maybe even more. And then it seems like after you beat the game, there's stuff to do as well. So I thought for sure like once you beat the game there'd be nothing to do. But again, it proved me wrong because there seems to be some cool like side questy stuff you can do. So it's just impressive that someone, you know, a game that kind of obscure is actually really good and has a lot of replay value. So that's what I've been doing ever since Christmas, and that's kind of the only game I got for Christmas. Everything else was kind of just household stuff because we're looking to move soon out of the apartment. So we got like a couch and a heated blanket and what else? A bunch of household stuff. We got a Keurig machine, a cool coffee making machine, which I freaking love. I'm using it for work every day to make my coffee. Flower piece of shit. Damn it, I didn't mean to... I'm not making too much headway here. I'm talking though, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I should maybe get a little bit more serious here. I say as I run face first into that block without paying attention at all. So yeah, that was my Christmas. Feel free to comment about your Christmas. I know it's kind of far after Christmas, but now's the time that everyone's playing with their Christmas gifts, so I guess it's not that out of date. Or if you have a cool New Year's story, you can do that too. I don't really. We just stayed at Jen's parents' house. We played some board games. Just had a nice family New Year's. Nothing too special, but actually a lot of fun. So I enjoyed it. We watched the ball drop, which was really lame this year, if you ask me. Like, it used to be cool. Like, I think in like the 2000s, it was cool. Especially 2000 was like awesome. Like, but after that, it's just really lame. Like, I don't know what channel. I was watching Channel 3, and there was just like 4 people sitting there talking about bullshit that no one cares about. They're like, what are the cool things that happened in 2014? They're like, oh well, what's that? What's that app? Starts with a T. Can I think of the name? It's the one where you meet people and you can say like, yes, I like this person, and no, I don't like this person. You know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name at the moment. But I know it starts with a T. Anyway, they're talking about that, and I'm like, who the fuck cares about that? Like, that's a big thing that happened in 2014. Who shit cares? So that was really annoying. And then like, they didn't even like hype up the ball drop. They didn't say anything remotely about the ball or how cool it is until 10 seconds before it was about to drop. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, the ball's dropping. And then it zoomed over to the ball. And then, boom, it dropped. And then they're just like, yay, it's a new year. And that was it. And then they're like back to talking about stupid shit. And you're just like, what the fuck was that? That's not the New Year's that I remember. I remember New Year's being sweet. I remember like, but maybe it's because I'm older. Like, because for kids, it's still kind of cool. Like, you have kids like noisemakers and tell them to just go ape shit when the ball drops, and then it makes it cool. But for me, it was just like, oh yeah, the ball dropped, yay. Kind of stupid. But, you know. Woohoo! It's whatever. I'm excited for 2015 for reasons. I think 2015 is going to be a good year for me. I'm just glad 2014 is over, because 2014 was the most stressful year of my life. It was the best year of my life, but it was the most stressful year of my life. So it's kind of nice to have that, you know, behind me now. Alright, hold on, I gotta focus here. I did it. Get this rocket up. Alright. I want to go back and get that E. I already have one. I think I can buy him in this game, so I'm just gonna pass up on that E. I already got it once. I just want to get to the boss. It's gotta be close. Alright. Let's hope he's weak against Sheeple. He's probably not. Because he's fucking fired. Alright, the sun is definitely weak against thunderclouds. That did no damage to him. It didn't seem too hard though. Looks like he could just jump over his shit. Alright, I get one try at this. One try. That's all I get. Whoa. Did his solar thing get bigger when I shot it? That's what it looked like. Yeah, it gets bigger when you shoot it. I'm just getting destroyed here. Wow. So that's interesting. Like, that's at least something new that they kind of did. Like, if you shoot his head, he gets stronger. I mean, that's a cool idea.